People of the world, welcome to Send It Rising. Let's jump into the main story of the day. Meta launching Reels in Facebook. This is huge news because obviously we have Instagram Reels, we have YouTube Shorts, the increasingly popular TikTok. Check us out, tiktok.com/Send It Rising. And now Facebook is joining the party. You may ask yourself, well, Meta owns Instagram. Why would Facebook add Reels? Well, because everyone and their grandma is using them. This one from TheVerge.com. Meta launches Reels in Facebook globally with more ads and editing features. In addition to expanding access to Reels, the social media conglomerate is adding new editing features to the Facebook version of the platform and expanding advertising options. Obviously, they're trying to make money. They lost about $500 billion this last run. Their stock is not performing that well, and Apple and Facebook are in a continuous fight. According to the article, the Reels are going to be able to remix others. I should say the users will be able to remix others' Reels, which is to say they can duet them just like on TikTok, upload clips up to 60 seconds in length, just like Instagram, save drafts, etc. Meta is also adding more monetization advertising. So I think I don't want to say they're hurting for money, but it kind of feels like they're hurting for money. Obviously, we want to get the creators paid, quote, as a semi-transparent overlay at the bottom of a Facebook reel, there will be an ad, and static sticker ads that can be placed by a creator anywhere within their reel. And so if creators are looking to make money, Facebook may offer a way to do that. They're saying that over the coming weeks, they're going to be able to share reels in more places. So very interesting, this development. The next one, also fascinating, Google Page Experience Update starts rolling out on desktop. So mobile first indexing has been around for many years now, but this is very important because we're talking about some of the key reasons why the Google algorithm chooses to show what it chooses to show. And for me, some of these vocab words are new. We've got largest contentful paint, which is LCP, cumulative layout shift, CLS, and first input delay, FID. Now, I know you probably hear those and go, I have no idea what they are. Let me explain to you why these factors are incredibly important. The first is largest contentful paint, LCP, according to web.dev. It's an important user-centric metric for measuring perceived load speed because it marks the point in the page load timeline when the page's main content has likely loaded. This makes the page useful. Obviously, how quickly does your page load is a huge piece of the puzzle. The next is cumulative layout shift because it is a metric that measures visual stability. A good point of this being annoying is when text moves. You go to a website, it's beginning to load, you start reading something, and all of a sudden you can't find it anymore because it moved 6 inches down. That refers to cumulative layout shift, and you want that not to be occurring. Good luck fixing that one. First input delay is the final metric. It's another user-centric metric for measuring load responsiveness because it quantifies the experiences users feel when trying to interact with an unresponsive page. They go to the page, they see a button to watch a video, they click on it, nothing happens. This would be an unusable, kind of first input delay, FID. And so these are main components of what Google is looking for. You probably already know about the HTTPS security. It's an SSL certificate. You can get it added to your website. That's a big deal. And then absence of intrusive interstitials. So there's nothing that's stopping people from getting to the content that they actually want. And then there is no mobile friendliness on desktop. But it just goes to show that how people are interacting with the page itself is incredibly important in 2022. And Google is rolling out updates on desktop for this exact purpose. Facebook's Meta facing order from Irish regulator to suspend data transfers to US. This is a continued story from what we've covered in the past, where basically countries in Europe are saying we are not going to let you move data from Europe to the United States and back whenever you want to. Facebook owner Meta, according to irishtimes.com, is facing an imminent order from Ireland's data regulator to suspend data transfers to the States in a far-reaching privacy case that has already led to threats from the social media giant to pull its websites from Europe. Quote, I can confirm that the Data Protection Commissioner has today issued a revised preliminary decision to Meta in relation to our transfers inquiry. This is from Miss Dixon. She's a spokesperson. So at the end of the day, folks in Europe don't want that data going to the States. There are all kinds of complications that go with having tons and tons of personal data going to a foreign nation. If this were Russia, if this were China, in regards to the relationship with the United States, it would probably be even more tense. But yet, here we are with an ally of the United States still feeling that tension. So it just goes to show that the data itself is incredibly valuable, and Europe is feeling like they need to do something about it. Have you heard of the Google pirate update? It can cause 89% drops in search traffic for offending sites. This one from searchengineland.com. On February 8th, 2022, Google released a document to the U.S. Copyright Office saying, quote, when a site is demoted by the pirate update, the traffic Google search sends, it drops on average 89%. So you may or may not be familiar with the DMCA update. It looked at whether or not a site had a bunch of DMCA takedown requests, and if it did, it gets that demotion. Let's define DMCA. That is the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and it was legislation updated that basically helped people who had copyrights from their things being used illegally. And so if you're one of those websites that just grabs photos all the time, you grab videos, you grab music, that sort of thing, you're not allowed to use it, well, then you're in trouble. If a site gets too many, we don't know how many is too many, DMCA takedown requests, it can lead to that site being hit by this penalty, which is incredibly strong. Let's recap the news of the day. You're going to want to check out this Reels on Facebook. It's a big deal. Is it just Instagram Reels? No. You go to your Facebook app, you create a Reel. It could be very, very good. It's the next thing I'm going to do today. Very curious how this is going to roll out. Google Page Experience updates. It's all about quick load time. Anything you can do to lower the size of the images on your website and retain clarity. GT metrics, work with a good web developer, just find ways, minimize plugins, things like this. Get those pages loading quickly, because if you don't, it can really hurt you. EU still fighting against this data transfer. Ireland, the most recent country to fight back, but they are in good company in Europe. And finally, don't steal stuff online, because it can drop your traffic by 89%, and that is not something anyone wants. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the show for today. Thank you so much for swinging on by. youtube.com/SendItRising. If you want to check out our incredible company, senditrising.com. We build gorgeous WordPress websites, blog, Google ads, LinkedIn ads, Facebook ads, custom graphic design, everything you could possibly want from a digital marketing agency, making the phone ring for your business. That's us. Thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you all next time. Bye for now.